Welcome to the second day of first week in Kinyarwanda Fluency program of 3 months. On this day, we're going to be looking at how you can introduce yourself to other people. You want people to know you. So we're going to be looking at different things or different information that you'd like to give people. Starting with your name. So Izina is a name in Kinyarwanda, and if you want to tell people what your name is, you're going to say Nitwa. Nitwa, and then you say your name. So Nitwa Ashire. My name is Ashire. Nitwa Songa. My name is Songa. Nitwa Chishayo Songa Ashire. My name is Chishayo Songa Ashire. So Nitwa is what you say when you want to say what your name is, and then you add your name. If you want to tell people where you live is not necessarily where we were born. There are so different things. So if you want to tell people I live maybe in Kigali, you say Ntuye Kigali. Ntuye Kigali. So Ntuye means I live at or in. So if you say Ntuye Gicumbi, it means I live in Gicumbi. If you want to say I live in Kigali, Ntuye Kigali. I live in Rusizi. Ntuye Rusizi. So this is what you say when you want to say where you live. Ntuye, and then you add the location of where you live. And then imyaka y'amavuko. Imyaka y'amavuko is the age of birth or the age, just age. But some people don't add this y'amavuko. They can say imyaka, age. So imyaka is usually years. So when you add imyaka y'amavuko, it becomes age of a person. But some people just use imyaka, which is okay. So if you want to say maybe I'm 23 years old, say mfite imyaka makumyabiri n'itatu, here you add the number. We haven't learned how to count, but we learn it slow but slow. For now, if you are introducing yourself, you can say mfite imyaka 23. For now, let's keep it that way before we learn numbers. So mfite imyaka mirongo itatu, mfite imyaka makumyabiri, mfite imyaka icumi, depending on your age. So you say mfite, which means I have. Mfite means I have. Then imyaka, which means age. Mfite imyaka makumyabiri n'itatu, 23. And then let's talk about your family. If you want to say mfite abavandimwe is siblings. If you want to say I have siblings, yeah, we say mfite abavandimwe babiri. So, or I have 2 siblings. Mfite abavandimwe is siblings, so it means mfite abavandimwe babiri. I have 2 siblings. So you add a number here. So mfite abavandimwe babiri. Okay, if you want to say mfite ababyeyi is parents, you can also say mfite ababyeyi babiri. So mfite means I have. We used it here as well. So if you want to say I have, use mfite and then you add what you have. So we wanted to mean abavandimwe or siblings, and that's why we added abavandimwe here. So if you want to tell people what you do, akazi is a job or occupation. Ukora means something you do. So akazi ukora means your job or your occupation, something you do. So you can say ndi, which means I am, if you want to mention the title or the title of what you do. Maybe you're a student, you are a doctor. You say ndi muganga, which means I'm a doctor. I am a doctor. You can say ndi umunyeshuri, which means I'm a student. You can say ndi umuforomo, I'm a nurse. So you can say nkora mu, which means you're going to mention your workplace. Let's say you work in a factory. You're going to say nkora mu ruganda. Ruganda is a factory. So you're going to say nkora mu ruganda. I work in a factory. Or nkora muri MTN. Nkora muri MTN. I work in MTN. So here you are mentioning your workplace. So nkora nka, I work as. Here you're going to mention your profession. Let's say you're a photographer. You can say I work as a photographer. You can say nkora nk'agafotozi. You can use any of this to mention what you do. Say ndiga photos, which means I'm a photographer. Or you can say nkora nk'agafotozi, which means I work as a photographer. So there are different ways you can use, but this one is usually enough. If what you're doing has a title, you can say ndi, then you add the title of what you do or your occupation. And then you want to mention what you do or your hobby, your interest. You can say what you like, icyo ukunda, or what you like or love. because in the Kinyarwanda, like and love usually don't have that much difference. So there is another post we posted on social media and we mentioned this, but it's better to know it that like and love are all gukunda in Kinyarwanda. So if you want to say I like or love something, you're going to say nkunda, which means I like or I love this. Let's say nkunda mama. Today is Mother's Day as I'm recording this, so nkunda mama. That means I like my mother. Or you can say nkunda kumva umupira. Kumva umupira. Umupira is football. So if you say nkunda kumva umupira, I like to listen to football. Or nkunda kuririmba. Kuririmba is to sing. So nkunda kuririmba, I like to sing. Nkunda kureba filime, I like to watch film. Nkunda kuganira, I like to have conversations. Kuganira is having conversations. So icyo ukunda, nkunda, then you add that thing that you like. And then let's talk about the languages you speak. You're going to tell people about the languages you speak. So you will say mvuga indimi. Here you want to mention the number of those languages. So you say mvuga indimi and then you add the number. So mvuga indimi ebyiri. That means I speak 2 languages. Or mvuga indimi ebyiri. Mvuga indimi eshatu. I speak 3 languages. Depending on the languages you speak, you can add here a number. And if you want to mention those languages, you don't have to mention this indimi. Indimi means languages. So if you don't want to mention the number of those languages, you can just use mvuga and then you mention those languages. So you say mvuga icyongereza, English, igifaransa, French, and this na means and, na n'ikinyarwanda. So mvuga icyongereza, igifaransa n'ikinyarwanda. Kinyarwanda is Kinyarwanda. So you can mention those languages. Or if it's just one language, you can say mvuga Kinyarwanda. I speak Kinyarwanda. So mvuga means I speak, or yeah, it's I speak Kinyarwanda, and then you can use it here to mention the number of languages, but here you mention those languages. So we looked at where you live, you looked at how you say where you live, where, but you might be living here, but it's not where you are coming from or where your origin. You have another origin. Maybe you are coming from US, you're coming from the north. Like me, I come from the north. Now I live in Tigari. So you mention where you come from, or aho uturuka, or aho ukomoka. Ukomoka is originating, something where it originates. So aho uturuka or aho ukomoka, where you come from. If you want to say I come from the north, for me, you say nkomoka mu majyaruguru. Amajyaruguru is north, so nkomoka mu majyaruguru. You can also say nturuka mu majyaruguru. Or if you are coming from America, you say nkomoka muri Amerika. Nkomoka muri Spain. If you're coming from China, you can say nkomoka mu Bushinwa. Bushinwa is China. Yeah, and if you want to say I was born at in, it's almost the same. The place where you were born, navukiye mu majyaruguru. I was born in the north, or I was born in Tigari, depending on where you were born. So navukiye comes from kuvuka, which is to be born. So when you say I was born at or in, it means navukiye. So I'm adding so many information, and I hope you'll be coming back to it and try to repeat it multiple times so that you can memorize it, understand what it means, and practice using it. So you might be introducing yourself to someone, but they need to know why you are here, why you are talking to them. You can say impamvu uri hano is a reason you are here. So you can say naje, naje, I came to. Maybe you can say naje kubasura. Kubasura is to visit you. So you can say naje kubasura, which means I came to visit you. You can say naje gutembera. Gutembera is to walk around, like the tourist. What the tourists do? Just going around places, just those kind of things. I don't know how I can say it in English. Or you can say naje gushaka amakuru. I came to find information. So naje, here you add I came to, and then you add the reason you came. So we'll be learning more vocabularies and you'll be having more answers to provide. And once you connect to the person, you say nishimiye kubamenya. I'm happy to know you. You can say nishimiye kukumenya. Ni byiza kukumenya, which is almost the same, but nishimiye is to be happy. It means I'm happy to. But if you say ni byiza, it means it is nice to know you. Ni byiza kukumenya or kubamenya. It is nice to know you. Nishimiye kubamenya. I'm happy to know you. Nishimiye kukubona. I'm happy to see you. Kukubona is to see you. And kubamenya is to know you. So these are the different things you can use while introducing yourself to someone. And here I gave an example. I would like you to take this example and add your information. Try to repeat it and try to understand it. I used my information and I'm going to read it. And I hope after this video, you're going to go and record your call, adding your information. But I would recommend you to read this document first. Read it like multiple times and understand each one of them, so that when you record the video or the recording, you will not be reading, just getting it from your mind. So nitwa Ashire, my name is Ashire, mfite imyaka 23. I'm 23 years old. Ntuye i Kigali. I live in Kigali. Ariko, this ariko means but. I live in Kigali, ntuye i Kigali, ariko but navukiye i Gicumbi. I was born in Gicumbi. Ndi umunyeshuri. I'm a student. Kandi nkora nk'umwarimu. Kandi means it also means but it's not the real but. It's like you're going to say something, but there is another thing, which is not an opposite. It's just something you want to add. But yeah, even if it's not there, it doesn't change the meaning, but when it's there, it makes it better. Kandi nkora nk'umwarimu. Nkora, it means I work as. Nkora nka, I hope you remember this. Nkora nka nk'umwarimu. Because this name starts with a vowel, that's why we added apostrophe. And we learn about this in the next videos, learning about rules. But yeah, so nkunda, I like gusoma, to read. Gusoma is to read. No kumva umuziki. Kumva umuziki is to listen to music. So no is also and. Naje, we talked about this, the reason you are here. Naje. Naje kwigisha Ikinyarwanda neza. I came here to teach Kinyarwanda well. No and kumenya abashaka kwiga Ikinyarwanda. To know people who want to learn Kinyarwanda. So here you add your own reasons. And for now, because we don't have enough vocabularies, if you don't have enough Kinyarwanda to add in your vocabularies, I would recommend going on Google and finding it and adding it here. But if you don't find it, maybe you are coming here in Rwanda to work, you can say naje gukora. So you find it on Google and then add it here. But if you don't find it, it's okay. You can use English on these answers. So mvuga, I speak. I think you remember this on the language. Mvuga Icyongereza n'Ikinyarwanda. This is na. If you remember well, mvuga na, but because the next word starts with the vowel, we add apostrophe. Nishimiye kubamenya. Nishimiye, I'm happy to know you. So I'm going to repeat this without stopping because I was explaining, and that's what I want you to do when you record your video. Nitwa Ashire, mfite imyaka 23, ntuye i Kigali, ariko navukiye i Gicumbi. Ndi umunyeshuri kandi nkora nk'umwarimu. Mwarimu is a teacher. Nkunda gusoma no kumva umuziki. Naje kwigisha Ikinyarwanda neza no kumenya abashaka kwiga Ikinyarwanda. Mvuga Icyongereza n'Ikinyarwanda. Nishimiye kubamenya. So this is what I need from you. Just record this small thing, and while recording it, please don't read, just try to learn it before you record the video, and once you record, you don't have to read. I just want to hear you learning something from this. So once you record it, you will submit it on the checkpoint, and then we'll move to the third day. See you on the third day.